Hello, Gemini. This is your extended reading. So, are you ready to, after this journey of relearning to defend yourself, even though it could be a very long and exhaustive path, uh, it is going to be consolidated and it's going to come through as like you are opening up this path of just it's almost like you are this way shower for other people that are receiving that energetic attacks, for them to also find this tool or this shield to walk on a more on a firmer ground, right? To know that they are right, and it's like there is nothing wrong with defending themselves. It's like even though they didn't ask for that, it's like remaining quiet, it's not a good option, at least at this moment, or at least it's part of this lesson that you're going through. And that I feel like you are paving this way for others to, find their way to this personal justice, or just, it doesn't have to be like going to the court or nothing dramatic like that. It could be like just finding this inner sense of, yes, I know that I can defend myself. I know that I can defend my values, my energy, my life, really, right? So we begin with the Nine of Pentacles. That's the reason why I'm saying it's like you are paving the way forward for others. It's almost like as draining or as exhaustive as this path may be for you, it is going to be like, putting on brick by brick, right? The further you go, the further your echo goes, right? It's like you are using this because it's much more like a tool than like a tool for truth instead of a weapon. But because you have been feeling like you received this attack, out of nowhere, like there is this sense of, the word weapon fits here in this context. But it could be, very simply said, a tool. But the important thing with these two nines, it's like you are not giving up on paving this path. It's like whatever you're going through, it is becoming much more consolidated. It's like you are really, making your part to make this like a very steady path for others to, find their own shields or find their own voices and make this into something that they can defend themselves with, which, ultimately could give them this sense of independence. And even like, you can stand up for yourself. It's like you don't need anybody else to respond for you. It's like you are capable, and it's almost like you, by entering this state of reassurance that you yourself, Gemini, is capable of, you are capable of defending yourself. It's like you are passing along that message, right? Because it's echoing to the world. So not saying that that is easy, right? Because we have these two very interesting cards. So we have the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. So it's almost like here, we initiated this reading in the first part with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups. So it's almost like you weren't expecting to be attacked, right? And somehow you were like, the intensity of it was causing this imbalance because you weren't looking to fight, right? And suddenly you were being attacked. So you were put in a situation that you felt like it's like you just had to defend yourself, right? And so here with these two fives, it's almost like now the energy is much more balanced. It's much more equal because your energy, which is, this cup's energy, is fighting whatever harsh energy or draining energy or just this vampire attack, right? Energy is. Whatever it is there for a reason. And I feel like the reason is to make you feel like you're able to do this by yourself, right? It's like you are going to step up your game in learning how to say the proper words, really, as this tool to say your truth, to speak whatever it is that it's truthful for you in regards to this attack, right? And this is turning you into this King of Pentacles, which actually came through, this pentacle here in the middle of the crown came through as the power of your third eye. So it's not only like this innocence or spontaneous activation of this bubble of love that is protecting you from this attack. It's like this entire process, because it's like you are really being very firm in paving this way forward to provide you this safety forever and ever, right? It's like to never have to go through that situation again, in a sense. And so now that you have like an equivalent way of fighting it, it's almost like you are, if these are the swords that now are being directed at you, it's like you are, responding with love, but in a way that, it's not aggressive. See, it's like there is a complete difference between these two. It's not aggressive, it is firm, it is mature, it is, very serious. It's like you are really, making this stance that you are not going, this axe here is coming through as like, I will not accept any type of vampire energy here around me, or whatever it is. It's like you are being very clear and very firm, but also in a way that it's not losing who you are or your pure energy, right? It's just emphasizing that with this third eye activated also, it's almost like you can see exactly what is coming at you, right? Because before, I feel like you weren't really prepared. It's like you were not expecting to be attacked at all. So it came out of the blue, so got you unprepared in a sense. But now that this has happened, it's like you are really, it's like you are very, it's like you're stepping on solid ground, right? It's like you know where you're stepping because you were the one to pave this way forward for you, which is, not allowing things that are not asked for and not desired to be part of your bubble of love. It's almost like now you are the king and you are setting the rules, really. It's like there is nobody that is going to come into my territory and say how the things are supposed to be, right? Or how the energy is supposed to be. Like, I'm the creator of this I'm the one that is the creator of this frequency, the frequency of love. I'm not going to allow any other frequency to enter this territory, right? So this is what these three cards are talking about. And I feel like there is like this very serious division that is going on for you, Gemini, that perhaps will show you how you really have showed up for yourself. It's like you really stood up for something that felt like truthful, felt like, very empowering, felt like something that was, it's almost like this recalibration. My voice is, sometimes the way that I channel it changes. I don't know if it's perceivable through the camera, but for me, it's very like I can sense like how my voice is shaped in a different kind of way, or even like these sensations in my body change. And I feel like this perhaps is like this growing up process to become this master of this territory that dictates what is the energy inside your field, inside your home, inside your environment, right? It's like you're not going to allow any more nuisances or any more attacks that are coming out of nowhere. It's like, it's almost like you were asking yourself, like, what did this person have against me to do this? Like, what happened for them to just, throw all of this at me, because I mean, it's almost like you're not understanding the reason why that happened, but it's almost like that was part of this remembrance and this growing up to become much more independent and self-aware, right? Seeing with this inner vision of yours that is much more concrete, that you are the one paving the way forward. So it's like you are the one responsible to speak up for yourself, to defend yourself, and to make this path a much more grounded path, a much more reliable path, right? One that it's like you will be able to rely on this self-defense mechanism other times, right? If you need to. Not that it's like, I feel like you are much more aware. Remember, like now you're fighting with, the same number of, hearts as they have swords. So it's like things are now much more balanced because you have come to this maturity. It's like you have grown, you have become like this master of your own destiny in a sense, but in a way that is, well, yes, sharpening your vision, that is one thing about this third eye, but also like making it much more like okay, so that's something else that's coming through with this Five of Cups, because remember, this is like this it's like you're not allowing anything that is not compatible to your energy to enter your space. That's definite, right? Because you have felt all of the ups and downs of going through a situation that you didn't ask for. So it's like you were very much affected by it, but in a way that brought you to this very mature position. And so now you are much more aware of attacks in a sense, or energy that is not compatible to yours. You see, it's like the way that you answer is who you are in truth, is who you are in essence, in your heart. It's not aggressive, right? But if you had to use this weapon again, you would, right? And it would be like this very firm line on the ground. It's like from this point on, you're not crossing, right? With this 5. So it's like coming through as a big no, like no. From here on, no. Just the energy that aligns with mine, and that's definite. So that's one thing. The other thing about being this Cups and the Pentacles here is like, even though it is a very loving energy, a very soft energy, there's also the very stable energy of the Pentacles, right? It's like, it's definite. There is no bending the rules, if you know what I mean, right? It's like you're not bending your own rules. You're making the rules, and those who don't follow, it's like they're not allowed in, and that's that. So here, this is the emphasis that I feel like it's, just confirming to me this very decisive energy that you are embodying, Gemini, to be honest. So we have the Death card, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. So that's interesting because, we have 3 5s now. And the interesting thing is that here from the first part, let me see if I can hold this. So we started with the 4 of Cups, going to the 4 of Swords, and then ended with the 7 of Pentacles that was responding to the 7 original sword that was attacking you, right? So it's almost like you were learning that you had even, more tools, or like a very, like a stronger tool, because it was based in truth, right? So it's like there's nothing that can beat that. So you were learning that you had a very, very powerful tool to defend yourself, and that it was teaching you how to make it like a very solid argument, right? And that is something that, here we also have the Pentacles, right? That was, this energy too, right? the softness of the cups, but also the firmness of the pentacles. So there is this understanding in your part, right? Because we have the 4 going to the 5. So here it's like the ground again, right? The, you know, just the safety that the number 4 brings me for whatever reason. So with this instinctual activation of the heart to protect you in this bubble of love was something that was like, it's like you didn't ask for that to be activated, but it was nonetheless, because it was for your protection. But here with this 4 of Pentacles, it's like after this decisive moment, like you're shutting the door, it's like you're drawing the line, that's it. No more, you know, stepping into my environment if you don't resonate with me. And those are the rules. It's almost like this is the boundary that I'm setting. These are the rules that I'm defining, and I'm not going to change them or to bend them for anybody, right? And so this is like the, it's almost like if this was a, sorry about the noise, if this was the initial bubble of love that could be flexible, right? You know, could be shaped like water is by the container. It's like you are defining what is the container that you are going to be immersed in, right? And that is actually, you know, what these 2 cards are representing, because, you know, here with the 4, it's almost like defining the boundaries of your own space when you decide to shut that door on the energies that are negative, that are just bringing you down. And once you step into this environment, it's like when things are sealed, when, you know, the rules are signed and stamped and declared, and there is no more changing. It's like the change has been activated, you know, once and for all, and that is definite. It's like, I don't even know how to express like how turning the page that is, really. And I feel like that is giving you, Gemini, this sensation that you have come to like a place of really like maturing, really growing up, but in a way that resonates to what is important for you to be in. It's like you are designing your own space, or you are designing the frequency, and even, you know, what are actually the physical elements that, or, you know, the people who are allowed in, right? It's almost like you are establishing your limits in a sense, but it's almost like you have come to this place that you are not unaware of what is outside, right? Because I feel like that's how you began this reading, almost like it's not that you were unprotected, right? Because that bubble of love was activated when it was needed, but it's almost like you were distracted, or you weren't paying attention that these awful things could happen. And now that they have, or now that it had happened, it's like now you are like, you have the, you know, you have the fences up, you have the rules set, you are very firm, but also like very soft, right? Because we have you, like you know, look at all these 5s. I mean, it's like not only you have the perfect tool or the perfect weapon to use against this, it's like by voicing it, by showing it, by not remaining silent about it, it's like you are becoming much more credible, or much more believable, right? It's like your words have weight now. Your words are not meaningless. It's actually very powerful. So powerful that they are, you know, it's like crossing this bridge, right? It's almost like if you didn't feel like your voice was powerful before, it's like going through this journey that, you know, to be honest, was like a hell of a journey, but one that it became very firm for you, right? And became so definite that now you feel at home, or now you feel like you have arrived in a space that fits you, right? Usually this 5 of Pentacles talks about arriving at a destination, or arriving at this treasure hunt specific spot. It's like you found it, But it's not that you found it. That's the thing. You built it. You defined it. You see? It's like you were establishing the rules. It's almost like you were drawing this treasure hunt map and you were saying, like, this is my spot. Whatever is not aligning to my spot cannot enter this space, right? So, you know, the light is going, but let's see if I have time to pull a rune for you, Gemini. Oh yeah, okay, that is most definitely you, Gemini. Speaking up for yourself, we have Mercury, which is your ruler. And I feel like, have you forgotten to use your voice, or how to use your voice, or to know the power of your voice? It's like this reading is saying, like, very firmly, like, remember the power of your voice. There is this insight that needs to come to protect you in a way that it is, you know, defining or setting the boundaries or the rules to protect your energy and to it's like to keep this space clean, is what I just heard. So speak for yourself, like, speak up. You are being heard, right? Remember, your voice is being echoed to the ends of the earth, right? So do not underestimate the power of your voice, Gemini. So I'm going to end this here because the light is already gone. I hope this was insightful for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.